Today I'm heading for Seoul, South Korea. Join me as I explore the city. The flight from Bangkok to Seoul takes just under 6 hours, and the temperature in the South Korean capital in December is around 4 degrees centigrade. A welcome contrast to the heat of Bangkok. Upon arrival at Incheon International Airport, there are several options to reach the city. Bus tickets are available inside the airport and costs around 15,000 won to the city centre. A train to the city takes around an hour and costs around 5,000 won. A taxi will cost between 70 and 100,000 won. On a recommendation, I stayed in the lively Myeong-dong area of the city, 5 minutes walk from the subway station and shopping street, where you'll find plenty of street food options, restaurants and bars. Even if you're not basing yourself locally, Myeong-dong shopping street is definitely worth visiting in the evening to sample the wide variety of delicious food options. Korean street food is spectacular in its variety and taste, and it really must be something you try during your visit. From fruit kebabs to spicy, tender chicken, there is something for everyone. My favourite was the fish-shaped pastries, particularly popular in the winter months. So I've got 3 different flavours. I don't know which one this is, but let's give it a go. I think that's a custard cream one. Very nice. Crunchy, soft in the middle. So that's a taiyaki in Japan, and the Korean version. Very nice. I booked a private and comfortable 2-bedroom residence via Airbnb, which cost £683 for 5 nights. A hotel room would be slightly cheaper in the Myeong-dong area. With 4 of us staying, the Airbnb option was the most cost-effective and convenient option available. Located on a steep hill on the lower slopes leading to North Seoul Tower, it was a challenge to walk up, but good exercise. There are plenty of hills in Seoul, and outside the city centre there are lots of mountains and parks to explore. This was a good location to explore the city, and getting around via the metro or taxi is easy. Apps to book taxis include Uber, Kakao T, Tada and K-Ride, and it eliminates any language barrier problems. The Seoul subway is clean and efficient and is the best option for getting around the major tourist attractions. Gyeongbokgung Palace is a must-visit attraction, established in 1395, although rebuilt in the 18th century after being burnt down, and the changing of the guard ceremony is a sight not to be missed. The main hall of the palace has been designated a national treasure, and the palace is the most visited attraction in Seoul. The entry ticket costs 3,000 won and opens daily from 9 a.m. except Tuesdays. Closing times vary according to the time of the year. If you wear the traditional hanok attire, entrance is free, and you'll see many locals and tourists dressed traditionally. The palace has historical significance, and it is a majestic architecture, and serene gardens offer an authentic cultural experience, though it can be very crowded. Whilst visiting the Gyeongbokgung Palace, take in the splendour of the nearby Bukchung Hanok village. Most shops and attractions in the Bukchung Hanok village open around 10 a.m. and close by 5 p.m. Plan your visit during weekdays to avoid crowds, and respect the privacy of the local residents by keeping noise levels low and following local etiquette. Wander around the narrow streets filled with traditional hanoks, Korean houses. The area is traditionally the residential quarter of high-ranking government officials and nobility. It is like taking a step back in time, and you should include this in your Seoul itinerary. Seoul is a vibrant city with large electronic billboards and neon lights. The local food is exceptionally good, and there are plenty of options available. My favourite restaurants during my brief visit was the Melting Pot, which offers modern American cuisine with seasonal Korean ingredients. The restaurant is located a short walk from the Samgakji subway station. If you are visiting the nearby War Memorial of Korea, then I highly recommend the Melting Pot. Free to enter, the War Memorial of Korea surprised me as a great place to spend a couple of hours. Outside there are monuments and an impressive display of military equipment and vehicles. Inside, you can gain a better understanding of Korean military history and the struggle for freedom. The exhibitions show weapons and equipment from prehistoric times to the modern period. It welcomes visitors Tuesday through Sunday from 9:30 a.m. to 6 p.m. and is a recommended visit. Seoul Grand Park is a peaceful place to wander around, and there is also a zoo in the grounds. The zoo is located on a steep hill. However, there are chairlifts available for those who are not physically capable of walking to the top. I decided not to visit the zoo on this trip, largely because I'm not a great fan of observing enclosed animals. However, visitor reviews indicate many animals can't be seen during the winter months due to being kept inside. Seoul blends old with the new and is a fascinating, sprawling city to visit with great food options and plenty to see and do. I certainly will come back, and I think December is a good time to visit, especially if you enjoy the cooler temperatures. July and August are the hottest months, with temperatures reaching 30 degrees centigrade, although these months have the highest rainfall. Without a doubt, I highly recommend a visit to Seoul.